Now, the Chancellor promised free coal for 1,500 miners today as he set about trying to promote the upturn in the economy, but also his party's fortunes outside the capital in the southeast. George Osborne was at a Nottinghamshire colliery offering to reinstate the coal allowance lost after the collapse of subsidiary companies of UK Coal. Here's our political correspondent, Michael Crick.
It's not often you see a Chancellor of the Exchequer being frisked before going down a coal mine. And these days, of course, there aren't many pits left for George Osborne to pick. During the big and bitter miners' strike almost 30 years ago, most Nottinghamshire miners carried on working. But now, Thoresby is the only Notts pit still open. So didn't he have a nerve when many miners blame his party for pit closures?
Well, look, I've come here at the end of a week where jobs are being created in the British economy, unemployment is coming down, inflation is down, with a very clear message. I don't want this just to be a recovery in the city of London to the south. I want this to be a recovery across the whole of the country. I'm absolutely determined that everyone benefits from this recovery, and that's what we're going to set out to do with our economic plan.
Mr Osborne made this underground visit to announce he was restoring free coal deliveries, which 1,500 retired miners lost this summer when the private firm UK Coal collapsed. The Chancellor managed to remain remarkably clean, standing alongside the blackened faces of those who'd done a hard day's toil. The shots of George Osborne in orange overalls and miner's helmet will no doubt do a bit to help the huge image problem that he and his party have at the moment. Many people perceive the Tories as being the party of the upper classes, of the rich, of southern England, out of touch, many voters feel, with the needs of ordinary working people. Time was Thoresby miners lived in the local pit village of Edwinstowe. Now it's become rather twee.
I don't rate them at all, to be quite truthful.
Why is that?
They destroyed the mining industry single-handedly. Well, Mrs Thatcher did. So they've done very little for this area.
Tories look after their own, don't they?
What about the north of England? Do you think they're interested in the north?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think they're doing a reasonable job, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult time, isn't it? Difficult situation.
Never heard of the guy.
Never heard of him? Oh.
I'll tell you about him later.
They're doing okay, yes.
So you don't share the views of those who say they're just for the south of England and for the
Not
the
necessarily,
rich and,
no. Not necessarily. I think they're doing it for the whole country, really.
Right now he's underground, visiting the pit. What do you make of him? Do you like him?
He can stay down there.
Do you think they're good for places like this?
No.
You? Why not?
Never hear from him, do we?
We never hear from them. Well, he's up there right now.
Is he? Oh, well, he's not down here, is he, buying my cakes?
Here in the East Midlands, though, some do seem impressed. Further north, the Tories face a rather tougher struggle. Michael Crick, Channel 4 News, Nottinghamshire.